The first thing was like, oh, well, at least it wasn't the tires, at least it wasn't the computer. But then you're like, no, actually, it's my comics. And then I start to realize it's my comics, you know, and not only did they have some financial market value, but it was more like the sentimental value. It was more like a punch in the stomach. You know, you get that feeling of violation, I think anybody can relate to if they've had a, you know, personal property theft. But then it's like, it's almost like somebody stole your photo albums instead of anything else, right? Because to me, these are like photo albums. My dad, when I was 6, just to show how much this stuff means to me, when I was 6 years old, day after grade 1, my dad brought it home for just saying, you know, congratulations, you passed grade 1. So I'm gonna have it up here like you would photos of your family or just precious works of art. This means a lot to me. I collected seriously from probably about the age of 5. And then it was my life right up until 18, 19, 20. Like I thought, actually the first real job that I ever thought I wanted in my life, I wanted to be a comic book writer and a comic book artist. And so yeah, and I used to make my own comics and everything, but these things were my life. You know, this is a comic from the 1940s that just came into my possession at one time when I was avidly collecting. Just a Captain Marvel Junior comic book. This goes back to the 1960s, early Fantastic Four. There's Spider-Man number 20 here. I got this Superman versus Muhammad Ali, which is rare. It's an expensive comic in itself. I'd sold off some of my collection in my early 20s, but I kept a lot of it. And because I had sold off part of the collection, I kind of undervalued. I thought, oh, well, it's not a significant collection anymore. It's not as significant as it used to be. But then when it's gone, and you're thinking about everything that's gone and everything, it's like, no, this is a very significant collection still, you know? I resigned myself to the fact that these went to a pawn shop, or they got sold at a comic shop, or they're gonna be sold on eBay, or so. I just never thought I'd see them again. And I think that the guy who stole them, he must have had some inkling once he saw what he had, is like, you know, I'll blow it if I just go to a pawn shop and pawn them all off immediately, right? They'll be a fraction of what they're worth, so I'm gonna hang on to these. And I don't know what the grand plan was, but he hung on to them. So the boxes, there's still a few things missing. He must have taken a few things out, but the bulk of my collection it was right there in the boxes as he stole them. When the police told me that they had what he thought was the issues, and he brought them over the day, I couldn't believe it. I can't tell you how happy I was and how great it was to see these again. And I went through them and like I felt like a kid again. But yeah, they're going to be on my person from now on, you know. Not that I'll carry them around with me, but they're always going to be, you know, they're always going to be somewhere safe, you know. Maybe I'll give them to my parents to lock them up, because they got better security than I do. So I don't know, but they're not going to go back into storage, I'll tell you that.